case outside these walls, but we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
22-chip bomber, 22-chip bomber. Yep. And go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Coleman last week. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just one-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter.
Alpha.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height,
so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. On second down, it's Coleman.
The tackle by Cleveland Farrell. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 1.
61. That's it.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll run it with Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is Coleman, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On first down, Coleman. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
Okay, ready. Oh, here we go. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. It's caught by Coleman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the
touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground. 8. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Raiders have recovered. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. He'll drop to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at 58.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check 26, check 20. H3, 2, 18, chopper. Let's go.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Go. Motion. Ready, go.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. David Johnson. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open, it's Goodwin. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He finds Coleman. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
58's the money. 58's the money. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day. Ready, ready. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5. Well, going into the final play.